You know, when you break down these teams, Greg, they are excellent on the defensive end.
Yeah, so let's give credit to their coaches. They prepare their teams well, motivating their guys to give that consistent effort.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Smith and Şengün make up the 4 and the 5. Thompson is out there with Tari Eason. And it's Durant in at the 3.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Now, here's Hart. Bridges outside. Off target from outside. Looking at the Knicks, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Pistons. Durant, another shot, and the layup good by Smith.
And smart play by Smith, using that build to get in there and just fight for the rebound and the finish.
Brunson, that's a 2-pointer. Rebound by Smith. Rockets have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Here's Eason. Lays it up off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And the Knicks miss again. The Rockets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And Doris, you see the talent on this Knicks squad, but there's always been questions about the intangibles they possess.
What's fascinating, Kevin, is this team built slowly and methodically and with great patience. And then they took a couple of big swings. It doesn't result in a championship, and now you evaluate everything. Yeah, tough start, 0 for 4, just relax a little bit.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Mike Brown. We talked about Kevin Durant and just how challenging a matchup he is. He told me, quote, his length is what makes him so difficult. Throwing that quick release on his jumper, all we can ask our guys to do is get a hand up on any shot they can. We'll see how effective their defense is on Durant tonight. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Here's Şengün. That's good, and it's KD with the assist.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now, here's Hart. 11 points last game. And that one's good. Brunson.
What a confident stroke from Jalen Brunson. This guy doesn't have to dominate with the ball in his hands.
It's Durant on the wing. He's guarded by Anunoby. Off the mark with the little step back, Johnny. Knicks trail by 6. Brunson surveying the D. It's taken away by Smith. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. Pass to Eason. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Eason's got 7.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Şengün against Towns. New York with a new 14. And here's Brunson outside. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Thompson in the corner. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
Anunoby passes to Towns. Over Şengün. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Anunoby. Towns has got his second basket of the game. And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. So New York ends up going with the new group. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at the Rockets. They've had a great season and will look to extend that into the playoffs.
And seeing where the Rockets are, the position they're in would be considered a success for most teams. But let's face it, they're not most teams. For them, any place other than first is a disappointment.
Especially since they were in the top spot earlier this season. I'm sure they thought they'd be there all year, but now they've got some ground to make up.
Here's Capella after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Capella, the pass to Shepard. And he makes good on the layup.
Showing how tough he is. Shepard doesn't get rattled by the physicality.
And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Knicks. Trailing here by 8. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
What was most disturbing to me was they didn't have a backup plan, right? The threes aren't falling. What do you do next?
New York's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Pass to Shamet. The 3. Here's Robinson, and Robinson throws it down hard.
What a presence Mitchell Robinson has given this team on the interior. He knows he can be a threat on the offensive glass.
Here's Okogie. 3-pointer, and the 3 ball is good.
Boy, how about that pass? He put it right where it needed to be.
And so it's the Houston Rockets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Houston.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
They've got Towns. Clarkson is out there with Jose Alvarado. Then there's Landry Shamet, and it's Robinson in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 for New York right now. Here's Shepard. Pass to Şengün. Knicks with the rebound.
This guy's such a talented finisher, but the D does just enough.
Here's Shamet. And here's Towns. Now, here's Shamet. Lock at 6. There's a screen by Robinson. And it's Shamet missing. Houston leading by 7. Over in the corner, Shepard. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Pass to Finney Smith. And the shot goes down. Finney Smith's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Rockets. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. So for the Knicks, OG Anunoby's checked in for Landry Shamet. Bridges comes in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Jose Alvarado. And then for Houston, Kevin Durant's checked in for Jayshawn Tate. It's Thompson in for Josh Okogie. Now here's Brunson. He averages over 27 points a game and seems to always find a way to score. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of a court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
Here's Brunson after the made shot from KD. Brunson right side. Here's Robinson. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. And that's now 6 points for Mitchell Robinson.
22-16.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. KD against Anunoby. Good D by Anunoby. Knicks trail by 6. Down low. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Oh, Mr. Towns can hurt you from anywhere, and that includes putting it on your head.
Picked by Finney Smith. And he drives in. Shepard, that's good.
That bucket is really just about the efficient use of a screen. That's nicely done.
Brunson outside. Brunson slicing through.
If Brunson sees any daylight, he's going to attack. Did just that on the drive.
Well, if we look back at when things began to shift for the Knicks, notice it started with Jalen Brunson.
Well, I think certainly, Kevin, he is exactly the kind of leader you would want. Is he highly skilled? Of course he is. But he's about the work every day, and he sets the tone for his team.
Good work there as it goes. Now, just a 2-point Rocket lead.
Such a smart offensive player. Mikal Bridges assertive and focused when he gets this close.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Towns. And then for Houston, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Şengün. Jabari Smith comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Tari Eason subbed in for Shepard. Now, here's Capella. Nothing on the board. To the paint, here's Durant. Look at KD going to work inside.
We call that the ultimate high percentage look for one of the most efficient scorers ever. KD in the house.
Bridges for 3. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 4 rebounds in this game. Durant kicks to Thompson. Pass to Eason. Thompson against Brunson. Floats one. And Thompson with the nice bucket inside. And it's a 6-point Rocket lead.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Now, here is Robinson. He has 6, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
So it's the Rockets now. The Knicks making the shot. Durant inside. He's guarded by Anunoby, and he lays it straight in.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And so we wrap up the first half. Rockets ahead. They lead by 6. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready.
Well, I love what he's doing offensively. He's hungry, he's attacking, and he's not settling.
He's shooting well because he seems to be getting the shots he wants.
Listen, a guy like that can always get a shot that he wants, Ernie.
Taking a closer look at the first half matchups, these two guys have led the way for their teams.
You watch them, they have competing styles, man. But the net effect, at least offensively, is very, very similar.
Pretty crazy how easy it is for these guys to score.
They make it look easy, Ernie. It ain't.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One guy who's been getting it done is Tari Eason.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
So on the floor for Houston, we'll see Durant and Smith playing up at forward. Thompson is out there with Tari Eason. And it's Şengün in at the center, filling out the middle. And the dunk by Towns.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Smith kicks to Thompson. Out to KD. Eason passes to Smith. Houston moving it around. Şengün with the screen for Thompson. And a miss there on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Anunoby. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Boy, how do you match up with OG Anunoby's length and athleticism? This guy is going to be able to get shots off because of both of those.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thank you, Kevin. Mikal Bridges is very comfortable with his mid-range and in-between game. He said when it comes to the basketball court, it's not just the rims and the threes. You have the rest of the court, too. Now, not everyone is effective with those middle-distance shots, but Mikal always has been. Kevin?
Oh, yeah, he can knock them down. Thanks a lot, Allie. And so, the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Let's see some of the numbers here for Amen Thompson.
And, guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
The Rockets shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor, hitting at all cylinders. The three from KD. It's rebounded by Towns. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Bridges inside. Easton on him. Bridges shot good.
Brilliant second half start. 4 for 4 from the field. Can't ask for any better.
The Rockets trade. Pass to Eason. Back to KD. Halt the run. Good D by Anunoby.
Third straight miss to start the half. Ouch.
And when you watch OG Anunoby, what stands out most to you, Doris?
Oh, Kevin, you can't make me pick just one. I mean, this guy is elite on the defensive end of the floor. He's always going to give you great effort. And you better look out on the offensive end. OG Anunoby is starting to become a problem.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Take a look at the Knicks. Right now they're locked into third place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs.
Well, I think for New York,
They've gotten off to a terrific start this year. We knew they were capable of playing terrific basketball, and so far, they have not disappointed.
Yeah, and there really hasn't been any feeling out process for them at the start of the season. They were in peak form immediately.
Here's Hart. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got his third assist on the night. Rockets trail by 4. And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. And a switch here also for Houston. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jabari Smith. 1:53 left in the third quarter. Outside Durant to end the drought. The Rockets with another miss.
He's trying to flip the script here, but guys, he cannot find any level of consistency.
Pass to Robinson. Back to Brunson. Shot clock at 6. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Well, Mitchell Robinson will take it to the rim with authority every chance he gets.
36-30.
There's 1:17 left to play in the third. Here's Shepard. Back to Thompson. The three from KD. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
Boy, this guy has completely lost his focus. Nothing working.
Here's Shepard. The teardrop falls in. Shepard's got 6 points.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by the Knicks.
Here's Anunoby. And the 3 off target. Rockets trail by 4. KD with it. Bridges covering. A nice shot by KD. He's got 8.
Now, Kevin Durant's not missing chippies, folks. You allow him to get that kind of position, turn the lights out.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Brunson outside. Nice. Brunson working inside.
Oh, that's a silky jump shot. Playing right over the top of the defense. Mr. Brunson, how good are you?
Durant up top with 2 seconds left. Plays it up and banks it in.
Now, this is a guy who wants to score, so don't let him catch a rhythm.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Knicks out front as they wrap up the third quarter on a 14-6 run. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And for Houston, they're shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. They've got Jordan Clarkson. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Landry Shamet. Then it's Jose Alvarado. And it's Robinson in at the center position. That's the 5 for New York right now. 5 on the clock. Here's a Kogi. That shot misses. The Knicks with the lead. Here's Alvarado. Pass to Clarkson. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
Yeah, Jordan Clarkson has made some tough twos in his career, and he does so there.
Now Şengün to the wing on the left. Here's Shepherd. It's good from long range.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Outside Robinson. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Stolen away. Here's Okogie. He's covered by Clarkson. Now Shepherd. Back to Şengün. Over Towns. Şengün no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Shamet with it. Now defended by Şengün. Shamet the pass to Alvarado. Clarkson on the wing. "14 feet away. Does not go in. Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Okogie. Shepherd with the ball. And they call an illegal screen here.
You can't have that type of miscue in this moment in this game. You have to be on the same page.
Jeremy Sohan's checked in for the Knicks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Jose Alvarado. And a switch here also for Houston. Durant's checked in for Clint Capella. And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. So for the Knicks, Hart, he's checked in for Jeremy Sohan. OG Anunoby comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Bridges in for Clarkson. The Rockets also changing it up. Jabari Smith, he's checked in for Jayshawn Tate. Tari Eason comes in for Josh Okogie. It's Thompson in for Shepherd. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
Allie, thank you so much. Outside, Anunoby. Now Brunson fires away from outside. Smith there for the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
1:53 left to play here in the fourth. Gleason against Bridges. Amen Thompson. The 10-foot jumper hits.
Good possession there. Exactly the way they drew it up.
Knicks trail by 4. Now here's Brunson. Drives to the hoop. Anunoby fires. No good, unable to end this run.
Boy, when you're trying to make up ground, every shot counts. You have got to be selective.
Outside Durant. Not gonna go. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Now down. Brunson right side. Good.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone's pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch. Kevin Durant calmly steps into that shot with the game hanging in the balance. Love it.
No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
Outside Bridges from deep. The 3 goes down.
That is big-time composure from Mikal Bridges. Backs against the wall. Got to have a bucket, and he delivers.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Brunson against Thompson. Smith! 3! Good!
And this is a statement bucket. If you weren't excited about Smith already, how about now?
New York calls timeout. They're down by 4. And what's their best move at this point?
No time to waste here. Quick bucket and a foul.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
And he does not hit. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
OG Anunoby. First personal foul. Second team foul. Kevin Durant at the line. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
Rebounded by Thompson. And so they foul intentionally.
Anthony Towns. Second personal foul. Third team foul. Thompson at the line. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Down it goes for 3.
Rockets lead.
So we see the Rockets get the win here. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
Let's now hear from Allie LaForce, who is courtside with our player of the game.
Kevin, that was a gritty road win. How do you evaluate your performance?
It's a tough place to play. You know, you hear the crowd. It was loud as soon as we stepped on the floor. So, you know, we just tried to play our brand of basketball and just keep growing.
The crowd had